All ebony front and back. Southwest style 6-point by Mr. Pete Omen. Here's another one of those cue makers that everybody knows about, but you just don't see his work come up in the marketplace real often. Pete uses that Southwest style 3/8 11, what we like to call the big pin. There's that Omen logo right there engraved inside of the pin. Ebony forearm or ebony front of the cue. You've got a tight form fit black and white linen wrap, old school. Haven't seen a linen wrap come through in a while. Seems like we're getting all kinds of cues with leather wraps. Leather is my preference, but a lot of people actually ask for linen because they like the way that it feels. You have a black Gabon Ebony butt sleeve as well. Now this Gabon Ebony, I say black, okay? But you do have some, slight hints of brown underneath there. So you really can't say jet black. If I say jet black or cold black, it's cold black, cold and dark. But in any event, you have Gabon Ebony on the front and the back. This is not a brand new cue. It's not brand new. It's priced to sell as is and shown. And I'm going to point out any flaws that I can point out to you. And they're minor, by the way. They're all minor. There's no dents. There's no dings. The shafts are in good shape. They're both straight shafts. They could use a little bit of cleanup, but there's no bluing showing. I'm telling you guys that I'm selling this cue just like it came in, ready for immediate shipping, and we're going to give you a good value on it. That way somebody can get into a really good cue for a good buck. One shaft is 13 millimeter, 3.9. The other one is a 3.8, 12.25. So you kind of have the best of both worlds if you want the full size 13 millimeter or if you want the 12.25. So you get the best of both worlds there. There's a few marks, a few little scratches like in the wood of the shaft right here, but you can't feel it though. And what that tells me, guarantee somebody was using some kind of a tip sculpting tool. Let's see if I can give you a close up there. Actually, the ferrule doesn't have any marks at all. Just in the wood right there a little bit, and you got to look close to even see it. We normally either sell brand new cues, like new cues, or if we sell a cue that has been well used, we'll tell you. This one is actually in pretty good shape overall. The reason I say pretty good shape, again, no dents, no dings. If you look really, really close, you can see, a mark here and there in the finish, nothing serious to speak of. Couple little tiny marks right there at the joint connection from play or from attaching the shafts. Everything that I'm pointing out here to you, you would probably do the same thing after a couple of weeks of play. Some of you guys after a couple of hours. I've had that conversation with cue makers before. I don't know what some people do with their cues, but you do not have to try to beat people over the head with them. All right, check it out. So nice and straight cue. Here's all the positive stuff. Number one, Pete's cues with that ebony up front. Man, I'm telling you, nice natural forward balance. This is a 15.2 ounce. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so there, notice how my hand is right there about mid-wrap. Cue straight. As I go a little further, look right there. There's your balance point, which is indicative of a forward balanced cue. I like that a lot. And this thing, even though it is obviously not a Southwest, okay? We're not trying to misrepresent it. You can see that it's a Southwest style. You've got the 6 points, 3 high, 3 low. Looks like I'm almost positive that's turquoise blue or ocean blue. I'm almost positive it's actually turquoise. Then you've got the bleached white veneers, which are cool. But the long, sharp points, and then on the butt sleeve here, again, you have an ebony butt sleeve. You got a few marks. There's some, a couple of marks, maybe a little couple chips at the bottom of the butt cap right there. All of these things that I'm pointing out to you. There's one scratch that you can see right there in the finish. There you go, right there, one scratch, okay? Everything that I'm pointing out to you here, it's super minor. A refinish would make this cue perfect, but it absolutely does not need a new finish, okay? If the finish was chipping or bubbling, or if it was just all dented and dinged, then I would recommend somebody get the cue refinished. I would personally play with this cue just the way that it is. None of that would bother me at all, but I just wanted to point that all out to you. This cue right here will definitely be a cue that will have a really solid hit. Why do I say that? Well, first of all, I played with it, and I can tell you that it hits real solid, but when you have ebony up front, ebony has a more solid hit than bird's eye does, or that maybe, for instance, a maple does, or even a coco bolo. Ebony is my personal favorite. Really good ebony like this is getting harder and harder and harder to get. So there you go. You got a few little marks here and there. Nice straight cue. All this one needs is a new home. We're going to be loading it to the website, crossroadcues.com. A lot of people have been taking advantage of our financing or our payment options. Once it hits the website, you can see what the options are. Or if you don't want to utilize any of that, send me an email through the website, or send me a text message or a DM or a PM, whatever you call it. And let's get you rocking and rolling in this all ebony Pete Omen custom cue, available at Crossroad Cues.